All right. So today we're going to talk about manifesting health the proper way and the improper way. Okay. So first of all, we're going to talk about the improper way of manifesting health. Okay. All right. So day one, like usual. Day two. Day three. Separate the days. All right. Here we have you. All right. You are the manifester. You're always manifesting. So up here is the mirror up in the sky. This is just for demonstration purposes. All right. Mirror is basically, if you've heard me talk about it before, it's just like a program. And from this program, it creates algorithms which deliver you in your reality. It delivers you what you've been thinking about subtly in your mind, like your self-talk. Okay. All right. Let me move this so you can see the mirror. Okay, there we go. All right, this is the mirror up here. All right. Imagine it's up in the sky, just for demonstration purposes. There's really no mirror in the sky, just for demonstration purposes, okay? So on this day, you've lived your life really well, and you're happy and stuff, and one day you're vulnerable, one of your friends dies of cancer, and then you have a dinner with a bunch of friends, and we're talking about your friend that had cancer that died or whatever, and this weighs heavy on you, and you begin to think about cancer, that anybody can get it, and it starts more and more in your mind, right? And so you basically start believing that you could one day have cancer. And basically what ends up happening is this self-talk, which is, I could get cancer, gets in your mind, and you add a lot of a feeling and emotion to it. So that thought goes up to the mirror and it registers at the mirror, but the feeling is not quite strong enough, right? It's still not quite strong enough. So you're not going to get sick on day two, right? But then on day two, you start thinking about what you thought about on day one again. You start thinking about cancer and that you could get cancer, right? I could get cancer. Right? And then that thought goes back up through the mirror over and over and over. Right? So let's say you think about this every day for, let's say, 30 days. Instead of 3 days, you think about it for 30 days straight, every day, right? You're just thinking about it. I'm going to use a pencil, draw the 30 in there because I'm going to erase that. Day 30, you've been thinking about this for a month, all right? And so the mirror, it starts to believe that you have cancer. And so it starts to give you symptoms that a person with cancer could potentially have. And you look at your skin one day and you have this lesion on it. But the lesion is benign. But when you look at it, you assume that it could be cancer because you've been thinking about this cancer all the time, right? So you think about it, and this effect, is like, I have cancer. And this is an incorrect evaluation of the lesion on your skin. It's just a benign growth. Nothing wrong with it. But this statement here enforces it even more. So that goes up to the mirror on day 30, comes back on 31, and then you begin to have more and more symptoms of cancer. In fact, you start to begin to have something in your body that starts to grow. And this self-talk, these 30 days, has essentially enforced this notion to this mirror, and the mirror has no choice other than to reflect it to you, because that's all it's doing. It's reflecting what it believes you want, and what especially believes what you have. And so, right. So in order to like stop this whole thing, when you start to become emotional to negative things, you have to realize that this phenomenon is happening in your life. You have to shut it down. You can't keep thinking about it. You have to start focusing on health. I am healthy. There's no way, my body can get cancer unless I give cancer power in my mind. Okay? So your body can heal itself. It just needs the correct nutrients, whole foods, non-sugary, non-processed foods. And basically it's like an alkaline type diet, because the body is like a alkaline battery. The more alkaline based foods you put into your body, the more efficient your alkaline battery, your body, will become. And so that's it. Now you can eat sugars every once in a while, you can eat meat, that's acidic, but you need to keep it at around 8. Like if you have a plate of food, it needs to be about 80% alkaline and about 20% acid. Add whatever you want, bread, add all these different food items in there, because it's not good to have 100% alkaline in your body. Your body needs something to work with all the time. If you drink alcohol every once in a while, that's fine. But if you drink alcohol every day, then you don't give your body a chance to fully recover. Your body needs recovery. Just like if you don't get enough sleep, this is called sleep debt. You basically owe the sleep back to your body. Okay? Your body can heal from anything. It doesn't get sick. All it does is detoxes. If you put something shitty inside of it, it's going to detox. Okay? So, on a proper day, you would hear this conversation from your friend who you're talking about your friend that died of cancer, and you realize this mirror is up there reflecting everything you think and everything you give emotion to. So it's important to give emotion, but don't give 30 days of emotion. Don't give so much enforcement that the mirror is going to reflect back to you cancer in your life, because truly you don't want it, right? Truly you don't want that. So control where your mind goes, because where your mind goes, energy flows. And that's what this is. Energy. It's all energy. That's how these signals are being sent between the mirror and you and your mind. Energy. Okay? All right. I think that pretty much explains it. You can add whatever you want. It doesn't have to be cancer. It can be herpes simplex 2. It can be a stomach ache. It can be a migraine. All right. There's oftentimes, and let me point this out real quick. You don't want to go to work, right? You're waking up in the morning and your mind is in this state akin to sleep. You're not out of the bed yet, but you don't want to go to work because you're tired. Maybe you had some drinks the night before, and you start thinking, man, what ways can I call in sick? Because that's a good excuse, right? So you do it. Well, during that state akin to sleep time, it magnifies twice as hard on this mirror. And this same day or day 2, you will legitimately be sick. Your body will. But it's just a detox, okay? Your body, like I said, your body doesn't get sick. You're going to detox, but your body's probably wanting to detox anyway. You just give it a chance to detox when you start thinking about not going to work and having an excuse to be sick. All right? So you're going to trigger a detox. Same thing. Somebody comes into your life and they say, oh, man, I'm sick, man, I got this. And you add all this emotion to it. You see them being sick, you feel sorry for them, you have emotion towards that. It's not that person physically giving you their ailment. It's the It's the connection that you're giving their ailment and the pity you have for them and the sorrow and that you've had this before. That emotion goes up and you get sick on day 2. Okay? This is the way it works. You're detoxing, but you triggered the detox. All right? You triggered a detox. That's all. Your body is basically probably needing to detox, but don't give it, you don't have to detox. The body can detox slowly and can recover slowly. It doesn't have to go into a full blown like cold or the flu or all these other names, which are basically just names for detoxing, All right. I hope that's helpful for those people out there that are wanting to manifest health. You know what you're doing wrong and you know what you're doing right. So now you can do it. All right.